you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there, one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too, so soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. Fast recovery, man. Quick turnaround. Super detective back in action.
Oh god, I've been muted this whole time. What a horrible start, and I couldn't even talk over that flaring trumpet. Sheesh. Because that song's been getting me DMCA'd. Can I knock on this door again?
The door is closed. Still nothing. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Punch
You
the
slam
hole.
your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do.
Yep.
Not to mention, great exercise.
Try
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside. As you hold the metal, you sense the warmth left there by her hand.
Alright. Let's head out and try and solve this moida. Ooh. Morning, Kim.
Morning.
Gives you a quick nod.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up.
He
They
points
look
to the
rowdy.
small
We should talk to
doors.
them.
Are these the men Grapp told us about
I
yesterday?
completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about. And one big problem to replace it.
He crosses something out. What do you mean
I
rowdy?
mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCA being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here, men who drink beer for breakfast, there's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys,
The
who
Hardy
are
Boys.
responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
Okay. So maybe we should call in reinforcements. Alright,
One more
let's
thing
roll.
before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Thanks, Kim. I'll make that decision.
Just a moment. And there's no public phones nearby? The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Cafeteria manager appears generally apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway.
She turned back to
I'm
you
glad
with
to
a
see you
weary
again,
smile.
dear.
The lady is distressed. Perhaps something more upbeat might cheer her up.
Howdy there, let's kick in. Good day, ma'am. Everything's alright? Sorry, ma'am, I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Tell me how I might make it up to you. You seem busy, I'll come back later. Good day, ma'am. Is everything
Please
alright?
don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Why did you need to use the phone
To let
anyway?
the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Sheesh.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
I need to get back to taking the main thing and I'll get back to this. Okay, I'll bite. What's your husband... Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it, somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags.
You have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on? So your husband is some kind of scientist? Tell me you're looking at...
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
The waterlock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck
Oh
over
my.
there.
What happened to the water lock?
Probably just some technical
Well,
problem.
whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Will do.
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery with that extremely rare insect.
Hell yeah.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
I've really spent too much time on this side case as it is. If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When? If I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
That's all for now. Hey, chef. Tomatoes are so thinly sliced, you can see through them.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Quebec. It must be his name, Garancy. Garancy Quebec. Sounds representative.
Let's figure out time if you...
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
I need a fridge to store a corpse. Do you know what's behind that door? This is your friends with Matinee. Is that true? What is that borscht you're making here? Point to the last pot. What's that borscht you're making here?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
This goes in a strange language. Sorry, I don't
Just
understand.
one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer, with his brow arched.
No.
Boars need more vodka?
He picks up the bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Vodka burst! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself!
Thanks, terrific nectar.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Yes, nod and turn your fingers clockwise. Turn the vodka up. No, no vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it. I leave the cooking to you, Shrug. I have business. No.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Do you know what's behind that door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
I need... Says you're friends with Matt.
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends?
I need a fridge to store
The man
corpse.
keeps shaking his head. His eyes seem sad. Then he starts swiping crumbs off the countertop.
I don't think he understands, officer. We need to find some other way to make ourselves clear.
I know, Kim, I know. Make stabbing motion at the meat of the cutting board. I need to get the corpse. Point Kim into the fridge. Need to get the corpse. Point Kim in the fridge.
Why am I the corpse?
So it gives you both.
Doesn't
the
matter.
style.
I don't think he understood us anyway. He wouldn't be smiling if he did.
Wait, what language?
He's
is he
from
speaking?
Grad, a Koiko.
With the mention of the word koiko, the cook starts talking excessively, his hands up in the air. He's happy for some reason.
I need to put a dead body in the
Oh.
fridge.
No, no.
His eyes
What
light
do you
up
know?
and he said,
Fridge.
"Good duck."
Fridge more.
Fridge small. How do you know? Maybe it's a small body.
No, no. I know.
Listen to him. This is a man who clearly knows about bodies and fridges, and bodies fitting into fridges.
Okay.
Okay, we have our answer. It won't fit. We need a bigger fridge.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay massive. Gotta find the cryptologist. Let Evan know you've unlocked the door. The level up point. More of a physical instrument. Maybe we should better investigate these moments. Take more drugs. Half-light, fight or flight response. Endurance. Pain threshold. What's up with the pain threshold? We got 2 points. Go.
Let me handle this.
And it says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
I just wanted to know more about the place before I checked it out. That's not
Yes,
bad.
extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
That's the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him, but know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
What's your role in all of this? Are you Lizzie Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort? What's if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? What if I want to talk to you?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it. You will not lose out on anything good by not saying it.
Are you Lizzie Elizabeth?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Tell me about you. Who likes to talk a lot? Hardy, not yet. I had another question. Easily tell me about you. He likes to talk a
You
lot.
are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
How do you know what I'm here for?
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
He said Mr. Everett sent you to law school. He said you're in debt, Mr. Clay. He said you're the union fixer. You fix things. He said you're Mr. Avant's Dr. Sue death machine. Said you're in debt. Said you're the union fixer. You fix
I
things.
am a legal counsel. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
I should talk to Titus then. ANL. Tell. It's all about money, you know. The bowl, there's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. I can't speak to anyone but this man. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards. You see hawthorns, bushes outside.
This is where you say you're a bit.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective,
Lieutenant acknowledges you with sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him.
He looks
A
around.
real looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh?
He looks to
Waited
Titus for
for him
approval.
to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I
Spreads
mean,
his arms.
I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Questions? To hell with that. Get right up in the big dick's face. Physical confrontation.
An aggressive step closer. Man hanged in the backyard.
The
Do it.
pretty boy.
He takes
You
a sip from
guys
his can.
really love talking about that pretty boy.
funny,
Lieutenant
but my
says it's-
partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? I've spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. We're involved somehow. I just don't have proof yet. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's
Container belt?
neck?
Like we use in the harbor?
Yes.
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Ah.
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around his neck.
That's it. The game's over. We got the perpetrator. Uh-huh. So you just confessed to murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
You murdered him just like that. No remorse. Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? Why don't I just arrest you? You murdered him just like that?
How many
no
people
remorse?
have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says as if it was worse than dying. Yes, but these are all bad people, criminals and scum of the earth. Look, I'm just doing my job, that's all. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. Honestly, I drank so much, I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars.
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this, Titus?
Yeesh.
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. How many people?
Or send them to Reunion to rot.
Instead,
For
I want to say
20 years. For life.
what we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill
But
people
you
like
see,
it's nothing.
a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Why don't I just
Yeah,
arrest you?
lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood?
His mean lies come
A
alive with
fearful
hatred.
readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Customer, I'm taking you in.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
Glad we cleared
So
that
am
up.
I. Now, how about you get the fuck out of my town?
No, fuck him. Murder rage never came from nothing. Hit him with the question again. Why'd he fucking do it?
I'm gonna ask you again, Titus. Why'd you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And
See, he was a
he
mercenary.
stepped out of line.
That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces? Like, what? He... Right, but what did he actually do? He said he threw a grenade?
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNE's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all!
Really?
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNE's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there.
He points up at the
Like
stage.
some kind of animal.
Right. But what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong?
He was.
He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wiped spittle from his mouth.
There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information.
Yeah. This girl's on the mic, a beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming, "Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt?" Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle, doesn't even fall down.
He shakes his head in disbelief. Was that the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening?
Man is talking to
My
you.
man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot. Right, but who did the rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No,
There's a moment
you're
of silence.
not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
How'd you kill
We
him?
hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Didn't they teach you anything
Not-
at the
not
cop school,
By the
idiot?
field
You're pretty
examinations
sure
that I
you've
saw.
had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
Now you listen to me, Sonny Jim. The autopsy showed the victim's hands were tied. No signs of a struggle. Explain this and make it real simple. He looks even more irritated than
Look.
before.
I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Sure did.
Yeah. I knocked him out.
The tattooed
Came
one
up
speaks
behind
up.
him and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Strange answer to tied hands. Mr. Tats, did you knock? What did you use to knock out the victim? Where did all the action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started.
Yeah, man, weren't you listening?
Yeah, I was listening. He said, what did you use to
My
knock him out
fucking
with?
elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Okay, things aren't quite right here, are they? 28%!
Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given how many questions you've lobbed their way.
All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under
Well,
pressure?
this one. But he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up.
Right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
When did this hanging
You
incident?
don't have to answer any of his.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
Oh, I should understand.
Why not? Yap my ear off. I got nothing to hide.
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
Lieutenant closes his
I've
notebook.
done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that.
He grabs
You've
another
heard
beer.
everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop. So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Reading the footprints in the yard should be easier now.
Yeah,
No. I's here. You got business with my boys. You got business with me.
The boys are too eager to please him to keep their mouths shut. You're gonna get a good head count here.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy boys, you fuck with Titus Hardy.
That's a scrawny, right-fast man, 2 teeth missing from the front.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
He says, 40-something man from the corner, with a plectrum hanging from his neck.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down.
Blonde man,
No one's
30
fucking you,
degrees.
stupid fuck.
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man.
You notice gang
We don't
tattoos. The man must be either missing.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
That Angus.
Easy, fellas.
He's my enemy.
We got company. Let's see what brings the cop around.
Too late. You already scanned the room. You got a pretty good picture. Of the actors here, you could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it.
See ya.